Question 9.3 is about the change in the rental prices. And somehow to find out the change in the price, you need to find out the change in demand or supply. And most of you said that there is an increase in the demand. Let me ask you this question. Has the question mentioned that there are more tourists visiting Hong Kong? Actually not, right? There is no change here. Has the question mentioned that there are more local residents renting the flats? Not really. The question hasn't mentioned something like that. Then if these two remain unchanged, can I say that the demand increases? No, I can't say so. On the contrary, actually, what will the Airbnb affect? Who will the Airbnb affect? Actually, the Airbnb will affect the decision making of the property owners. In the past, if you have a flat, you can do three different things with the flat, right? The first one is that you stay in the flat by yourself. You have your flat, you can stay in the flat by yourself. This is the first way. The second way is that you can just leave it empty, leave it vacant, right? Without anyone occupying it. So this is the second way. The third way is that you can rent out to the local people, to other local people. There are three ways you can do with your properties, with your flats, right? But now with the Airbnb, there is one additional way you can do with your flat. What else you can do with your flat? You can just rent your flat out to the tourist, and somehow the property owners can now rent out their flats to tourists. So if they do so, of course, would they rent out more or fewer units to the local people? They rent out less to the local people, right? So it is less likely. Rent out their flats to local residents. And somehow this affects the Airbnb affects the decision making of the property owners. And the property owners in this rental market, are they the buyers or the sellers? Of course, they are the sellers, right? The supply will be affected. And for the flats rented out to local residents, because they rent out more to tourists and of course rent out less to the local residents, the supply decreases. And you have to use economic terminology to explain why the supply decreases. And in Form 4, to explain a change in supply, there are a few reasons, right? The first is cost of production. The second is competitive supply. The third is the joint supply, right? So you can use one of these three reasons to explain a change in the supply. And this time, which one you can use to explain the change in supply? Obviously, you can use competitive supply. So what it means by competitive supply? It means that if you sell the product to this group of people, then you can't sell the product to the other group of people. Then this is actually competitive supply, right? And that's why you can answer this question using competitive supply. And there should be a drop in the demand rather than an increase in the demand.